Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, Browns fans. I know things haven't exactly gone according to plan this season. We all had high hopes after last year's rough 3-14 campaign, especially with Kevin Stefanski still at the helm. The organization gave him a second shot in 2025, believing that with a bit of stability and some new quarterback options, we could turn things around and start climbing back into playoff contention. But honestly, this season has been a tough pill to swallow. Despite having a defense that's been playing some of the best football in the league, the offense has continued to struggle, and that's putting it lightly. The Browns are on track for their second straight season with 4 or fewer wins, and that's simply unacceptable for a franchise with our history and expectations. It's clear now change is coming. Many insiders and fans alike are starting to believe that Kevin Stefanski's time as head coach might be coming to an end after the season wraps up, especially if the team finishes with another disappointing record. The Browns brass, led by GM Andrew Berry, has done a lot of good work building this roster, especially with some solid picks in the 2025 NFL Draft. We've seen promising talent across the board, and it's evident that the pieces are there for a much better team. But something isn't clicking, and at this point, it's obvious that fresh leadership might be what we need to spark a real turnaround. If Stefanski is let go after Week 18, many believe he'll land another head coaching gig somewhere else. That's the nature of the NFL. Coaches get second chances, and Stefanski's experience and leadership could attract interest from teams looking for stability at the position. But for Cleveland, it's about what's best for the future. One thing's for sure. Cleveland needs a new direction if we want to contend again. These last 2 seasons of just 4 wins each are not what Browns fans signed up for. We're a proud franchise with a passionate fan base, and we deserve a team that fights for victories and makes the playoffs consistently. Now talking about potential replacements, there's been a lot of buzz around the idea of bringing in a new head coach with a fresh outlook. Among the names floating around, Robert Saleh from the San Francisco 49ers is often mentioned. While some fans might be skeptical, after all, his record with the Jets has been a mixed bag. There's a lot to like about his leadership style and defensive background. Saleh is highly regarded as a leader, and his defenses have been consistently strong. The fact that he's a well-respected defensive mind could help keep Cleveland's defense at a high level while giving the offense a new voice and a fresh perspective. But it's not just about the coaching. The quarterback situation remains one of the biggest questions mark for the Browns moving forward. We've seen flashes of potential from guys like Deshaun Watson, but consistency has been elusive. It's clear that the Browns need to find a long-term solution at QB, someone who can elevate the offense and unlock the talent of players like Amari Cooper and David Njoku. The offseason will be critical in this regard, with many fans hoping for a new face at quarterback, whether through trade, free agency, or the draft. Speaking of trades, Cleveland and Jacksonville have a history of making big moves, and that could be relevant again this offseason. The Browns currently hold a 2026 first-round pick that they acquired when Jacksonville moved up for Travis Hunter. This gives Cleveland some valuable draft capital that could be used to bring in a game-changing receiver or a future franchise quarterback. Jacksonville's wide receiver, Brian Thomas Jr., is a name that's been circulating around Browns fans. After a stellar rookie season with over 200 yards and 10 touchdowns, Thomas Jr. could be on the move, especially since Jacksonville has extended Jacoby Meyers and still plans to use Hunter as a receiver next season. Cleveland could target him to bolster our passing game, which desperately needs that number 1 receiver to take the offense to the next level. Thomas Jr. is just one example of what could be a significant upgrade for us. He's young, talented, and under a rookie contract for the next 3 years, making him a smart investment cap-wise. The Browns need a reliable, big-play receiver to complement Amari Cooper, and Thomas Jr. fits that mold perfectly. A change of scenery might do him good, and Cleveland has the draft capital and cap space to make a compelling offer. This kind of move could be exactly what the offense needs to become more explosive and unpredictable. Now, shifting gears to the quarterback hunt, there are some intriguing options out there. Dante Moore from Oregon is a name that's gaining some attention. He's 6'3" with a ton of arm talent, and he can throw from different arm angles, showing a lot of poise under pressure. His touch on throws across the field is impressive, and he's shown the ability to avoid sacks and stay composed in tough situations. That's exactly what we need, an athletic, confident quarterback who can step into the NFL ready to lead and elevate the offense. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel from Oklahoma isn't quite at that level. Standing just 5'11", he lacks the physical tools to be a consistent starter in the league. We've seen many quarterbacks struggle when they don't have the size or arm strength, and Gabriel falls into that category. Even if Cleveland has to give up some draft capital to land Dante Moore, it might be worth it. We've seen how much a franchise quarterback can transform a team, and with the right coaching and weapons, Moore has the potential to be that guy. The Browns need to be aggressive this offseason, making bold moves to finally find stability at the most important position on the field. It's no secret that the offense has been underperforming, and until we get a true leader under center, it's going to be hard to take the next step. Looking at the overall landscape, Cleveland's roster is in a good place. The defense is solid, and with some tweaks on offense, we could be a playoff team again sooner rather than later. The key is making the right coaching hire, finding a franchise QB, and adding a reliable receiver who can stretch the field. The draft and free agency will be critical in shaping the team for 2026 and beyond. Fans are hungry for success, and rightfully so. We've been through the lows, and now it's time for the Browns to rise back up, reestablish our identity, and finally make that playoff push we've been dreaming about. Of course, all these moves depend on the decisions made in the coming months. The coaching change, the draft strategy, free agent signings, everything will come together to determine whether Cleveland can reclaim its spot as a powerhouse in the AFC North. The division is fierce, with teams like the Ravens and Bengals always in the mix. But if the Browns make the right moves, there's no reason we can't be the team to beat in 2026. Our fans deserve that, and I believe the organization is finally starting to realize what's needed to turn this ship around. So Browns fans, let's stay optimistic and keep the faith. The offseason is just around the corner, and with it comes a chance for real change. We've seen how quickly things can turn in the NFL. One good draft, one smart trade, one inspired coaching hire, and suddenly everything looks different. I truly believe Cleveland is on the verge of something special. We just have to be patient, stay loud, and keep pushing for the success we know this team can achieve. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. It's an exciting time, and we're all in this together. Let's keep the hope alive and gear up for a brighter future. Browns Nation, we're coming back stronger, and this next chapter might just be the one that takes us all the way to the Super Bowl.